Do you realise who that is? That is Pike Supremo, angling enigma and legend in his own tackle box. That is Eddie Turner. Pike have been the source of so many legends, but then so has Eddie Turner.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of legend. People were very, the average man in the street's very wary of a pike. You know, if they were on land, he'd think they were like a dog or something. You know, it's just the look of them. You know, their sort of eyes, you know, on the side of their head with the big teeth and whatever. They just feel threatened by them. You know, the average sort of pleasure angler does. Probably because they're big and they've got teeth and they look sort of fairly ferocious. You know, you hear the story of like the pike that dragged the sort of dog in as it went to drink and, you know, stuff like that. But most of it's legend. I mean, there's no other fish that can sort of conjure up so much sort of myth. They're a little bit like a rock star. You know, they're sort of big and fat and they do everything very quickly. You know, they live their lives sort of hard and fast and they tend to die young. A bit like Elvis, really. That's it. Perfect. Well, I'm a bit of a legend myself now. Yeah, I mean, I suppose it's because I've sort of, although I've been in the public eye, I've never really, people don't know what I'm really doing. I mean, there's a rumour this year that I've been up on the fens and I've had a 30-pounder from the fens. I haven't been up the fens this year. It's all harmless stuff.
Pike gossip.
Yeah.
When it comes to catching big fish, what secrets give Eddie the edge?
One of them's got to be bait, really. My favourite bait's got to be sardines. I just think they're just excellent baits. They're good, they're very oily. They cast fairly well when you know, you have to sort of wire them up and whatever, but they're very good, very soft, and they're easy striking out of. You can pull the hooks out of them easy. I'm a great believer in using oils as attractors. The trouble is once I started, it's very, you know, and you start to catch fish on them, it's very hard to stop. So you don't feel confident if you don't put, you know, fill it up with oil almost.
So you get addicted to the oil?
Yeah, I mean, I am addicted.
And what do you do with the oils?
Well, you can, I mean, there's two ways. You can either inject them with oils, or you can just, I mean, most of the time, I get a bit lazy, I just pour it down their throats, literally. A lot of the time, as soon as you cast out, you get like an oil slick appear. Sometimes we've even had it where we've been sitting and all of a sudden you'll see an oil slick and next thing the indicator's gone off. You know, where the pike's sort of munched the bait and as it's munched it, the oil's sort of come out of it.
Your bobbin's going a bit funny there. Do you see a little knobble on your bobbin there?
Yeah.
Nah.
Yeah.
Wind.
I told you!
Yeah, jammy shot.
A good pike angler, I don't know, he has to be a little bit cunning, very sort of slippery. It sets most anglers apart. You know, pike fishing has got to be, you've got to almost think like a pike.
Ooh. Oh. Exactly the same spot, exactly the same rod.
This feels better. I think the more you know, the less you know, really, because you're always trying to improve your chances. And sometimes, you know, the humble man with his little float fish sprat comes along, casts it in the edge and catches, you know, the biggest fish of the day.
Mm.
Feels a good fish. Cheers.
Quite a good bend in there, Rod. Ah, yeah, it is a good fish.
One.
Lovely fish. They're a lovely bronze colour, yeah. What sort of waters do you like to fish best for pike?
Nowadays, ones with very few people on. You know, the less people, the better. I mean, if we can get on a gravel pit that's never been fished or very rarely fished, you know, I'm happy there. I just like a bit of freedom and just fish for fish that haven't been fished for before.
But and again, if you look inside that mouth, it's
only
not
a few
surprising that
teeth.
some
Yeah.
people are frightened of handling. Nicely hooked, yeah. Oh. Do you think about pike when you're not fishing?
Oh yeah, I mean, you know, sort of, I've only got to hear the phone ring and I'm, you know, ready to strike it.
Have you seen this fish before?
And the car alarms are a total curse because like you keep hearing them go off and you think you got to run all the time. But no, I mean, yeah, you just sit and daydream. You know, anywhere. I mean, you're driving along and you're thinking of like, oh, wouldn't it be nice to be fishing now? You know, if I had a bait out in the water, it would be lovely.